Sukadeva Goswami has been hearing that how Twesta, performed the yajna to have a son. What was the result of that son? What happened to that son? Who was the son of Twesta? Who was the son of Twesta? Twesta's son was Vishwarup.
14 years.
And another yajna of Twesta gave birth to who? Vritrasur. Vritrasur killed. Vishwarup killed. Yes? Then Diti is performing a Payovrata to have a child. And what happens to them? They are slaughtered by Indra, but fortunately they come as the 49 Marutas. So Maharaj Parikshit is saying that if the Supreme Lord is not partial to anybody, why is he always targeting the demons? So that's how this chapter starts. Okay, what is the question? Yeah, he said that I can understand that a person who is not self-satisfied, a person who is within the three gunas, just like where do you derive a happiness from? Like each one of us, where does our happiness come from? आप बताइए, आपको ज़्यादा खुश कहाँ से मिलती है? No, reality, we are talking about the reality. Most of the time we get our happiness from outside. Or are we dressed as well, better being inside the house than we dress outside? Or we dress outside we dress better when we go out?
Out, that's right.
Out? Better, but in house you can be very casual. Or you might almost, wear all the old clothes that you wore since 5 years.
Yes.
Yes? So house is who is yours. And outside is whose? Somebody else. Okay. So this fact is understood?
Yes.
So you make yourself appear better when you are outside than inside. Why is that? Because the sense gratification comes when somebody can tell you, oh, you look so beautiful, oh, you look so handsome. And you feel so good when somebody makes a comment about you, you enjoy a lot. So your sense gratification basically comes from the outside source. It's not from the inside source. So you do care about what somebody thinks about you. Doesn't matter how uncomfortable you are. Just like, I was told when I was in village. So, in village how they fry the, popcorn. They put a popcorn in a kadai and have you eaten that before?
Yes.
So I'm just, when I visit my brothers, they have the popcorn from their field and they're just, using the popcorn in that kadai and they're frying it there. So they gave me in the bowl. So, I like it because I'm used to this Western environment food. So I like it. So I had taken some badam nuts to my home. So I'm happily just putting all the popcorn in my mouth. Then I have my sister, she's putting the popcorn, but meanwhile when somebody comes in the home, she has the badam in the hand. So people may think that she's eating badam. I'm happy to show people that I am eating a popcorn. But she wants to show people that this time it is badam, it's not popcorn. Because most of the time they are eating popcorn. Okay? So basically reality is the popcorn. But in order to show to somebody how wealthy I am, how my life standard is so good, we want to show to the people so they can go, ah. And that is actually taken as a sense gratification to us. Yes? So we derive the happiness from an outside source. So therefore there is every reason why you create an enemy. Nakaschit kaschichin mitran, nakaschit kaschichin ripuhu, karanena hijanati, mitrani charipushtataha. What does the shloka mean? No one is naturally your enemy. Is anybody born anyone's enemy here? You have anybody that is born enemy for you? No. So he said, the Shastra said, Nakasit kasit mitra. No one is born as a friend for anybody, and no one is born as an enemy for anybody. But do we end up creating an enemy in a lifetime that we live? So that's the next part now. No one is born with it, but however we create an enemy. How do we create an enemy? So that's the next part. How did you do that? Na kasit kasidin mitran, na kasit kasidit ripuhu, karanena hijanati mitranita ripustatha. When somebody gives a action to the cause, based on if that action that somebody gives to us, or if that reply that somebody gives to us fits my sense gratification, then he becomes the friend. Now, if that does not suit my sense gratification, then he becomes the enemy. That's where the enemy comes from. So say, let's put it this way. If Pankaj Prabhu meets somebody for the first time, okay, he has not met that person before, and first thing, before even anything comes out, that first visitor or first person that came into your life tells you, can I tell you something, sir? Hare Krishna. So he tells you that, you know what, I never saw anyone that looked more ugly than you. What's going to be your reply to that person now? Is he going to be a lifelong friend or lifelong enemy? It's lifelong enemy. Or even if you don't deserve it, somebody comes to you and says, hey Pankaj, you are the most smartest guy on the planet. I have never seen you before. Or I have never seen anybody that looks as smart as you. Now who is going to be the best friend of yours in life? You have never even seen me. It's the first time. That's called the karanena hijanati mitranita ripustataha. Only how they give a cause to their action, you start considering them as a friend or enemy. Now, this really matters to you if you are worried about how others think about you. But now if you are self-satisfied, then I really don't worry about what others think of me, because I am completely happy, engaged in my devotional service and in my relationship to Krishna. I am completely happy now. What does it matter what somebody says to you?
Doesn't matter.
Because your enjoyment is not from an outside source. It is from an inside source. Now say this. If I regret being a small or a short guy, which I am short, yes, if I am so worried and I always feel the first thing I think of in my life, I wish I was 2 feet taller than what I am today. I would have, walked in a street with my, chest just, blowing up like this and be attracting everyone towards me. Now, if I do want that in my life, then it will make a matter. But if I'm just happy completely of what I am, yes, and being happy, look around the people and think, you know what, of trillions of people that are here, I am lucky enough to understand Krishna. And I'm better than anybody else. I'm happy with this fact. Now, what does it matter what other people think of me? Anything? So now, when do you create an enemy? What did you understand from this topic? When do you create an enemy?
It doesn't suit your...
When you have an expectation.
Right.
So devotee is trained up to be with no expectation, understanding the duality of karma, that whatever I am today is my karma, that can never be changed. What other people think about me doesn't really worry. Now question is thrown by Sri Parikshit Maharaj to Sukadev Goswami. Yes, I can understand that ordinary people of this world can create an enemy and be partial to somebody and unpartial to somebody, because somebody is the cause of their sense gratification and somebody is not giving them a sense gratification. So therefore, why, just like every one of us has a family, why do we choose 4 members out of the entire population of the world that we live with? Like each of us have some members that we selected. Say, Prabhuji has 4 members, 1 daughter, 1 son, and Mataji and you. So of so much population, you have only selected 4. And everyone has selected that group. Why? In nutshell. Because we are deriving some type of sense pleasure from this. So therefore we select people. Something else. In anyone, I am also committed to some family. But then we can be partial. In our case it is justified that why is this lady, although 10 people are hungry, but this lady is only feeding 2 boys in the house. No other children she is feeding. The answer is very simple. Because I have a connection for sense gratification with this too. There is a reason why I am partial. Yes? But in the case of the Supreme Lord, what partiality he has? Okay, entire world is his family. Everyone comes from him. Yes? And he has nothing to gain from anybody. Does he? Like does say that we offer, nice arti to the Lord. We offer agarbatti to the Lord. Who gained? You or the Lord? Who is the gainer here? Did he gain anything as far as his sense gratification goes? No? But did you gain from it? What did you gain from it? Yeah. So maybe you can be happy like him. One day. So the point is, to the Supreme Lord, whatever he expects or whatever we offer to him is simply beautifying our own existence. Now, if there is a wasp or a bee in a flower, is a flower decorated because the bee is living in the flower, or is it that the bee is glorified because he is connected to the flower? What is the fact here? What benefits more, the flower or the bee?
Both.
No, 1 minute. So, you think that the flower would not look as beautiful as it looked if the bee was not there?
Pollination, it will not pollinate.
Yes.
It will not even come into existence.
Yes. Now, the next part that I have is, so I think you are confused with the question.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying, what I'm saying is that if the bee is connected to the flower, everyone loves the flower, but nobody loves the bees. Independently, nobody loves the bee.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes? But everyone loves the flower. So it's just like when you go to somebody to propose, can you just carry a bunch of bees and say, please, will you marry me? Or will you carry a flower to say, can you marry me? What do you carry? The flower. So the bee is beautified being connected to the flower, but rather the flower doesn't benefit any by bee being on it. So therefore, the Supreme Lord is a flower. Krishna is a flower. Okay. Now our service to Krishna does not benefit Krishna anyway, but rather we become more beautiful being connected to the devotional service. So now do we want to take that beauty away and not serve Krishna? So that's not logical. Okay. So therefore the question goes back. This is a very esoteric question that he's asking, so I'm trying to emphasize more on it. So when Sukadeva Goswami is being asked by Maharaj Parikshit, he said, although the Supreme Lord is self-sufficient, he does not have any outside source for his happiness. There is no reason why he should be partial to somebody and he should be favored to somebody else. But sometimes he is killing the demons and he is protecting the demigods all the time. Why is he doing this? He should not do that to demon. That's not good. What do you think? That Sukadeva Goswami is right and Krishna is wrong? Somebody has to be wrong here. Or is it us that we are wrong and he wants to clarify our ideas? Because most of the time, what is the most common question people ask us? Why do good thing happen to the bad people and bad thing happen to good people? So this is the topic right here. So now Sukadeva Goswami basically says that when a living entity or when the rainy season comes, when the rain is pouring, now does the rain discriminate the space where it falls in? Just like, because this is the green grass, it's so beautiful, I want to fall here. And because the rock has nothing on it, I will not fall there. So, does the rain discriminate between the places where it falls onto? Okay, the rain bestows the universal mercy. The rain has no discrimination. But however, does the rain has its effect based on where it falls? Yes or no? So if it falls in a beautiful garden, then what happens to the garden? It becomes more beautiful. And if it falls in top of the rock, what happens to rock? The water simply flows and goes down and rock does not benefit it. Sorry?
Yes,
It's more okay. You have a better, you have more decorative explanation. It basically damages.